Here's a 2011 Cadillac Cts-v Coupe. And see, it is the supercharged 6.2 liter engine, 556 horsepower, salvage title. Obviously, it's a repairable here. Obviously, right here is where most of the damage occurred, just in this corner. You can see there's really not bad damage over here. I know this top tab on the headlights broke off right there. Bottom tabs broke off here. This tab is still on. So, you know, I suppose, and there's a little scruff right there. You'd probably make that headlight work if you really wanted to. I personally would probably get a new headlight. There appears to be absolutely no structural damage here, and no structural damage here whatsoever. You do need to put in the upper tie bar, the upper radiator support that goes across. That's about $100 or so. Obviously, you're going to need all the front end sheet metal. You'll need this fender, the hood, and this fender here looks, you know, you probably could save it. You know, there's a little bit of a dent right here, little buckle right there, and then of course it's bent here. Again, personally, I would probably just get a new fender. That's up to you. Strut towers look like they're in the correct position. Obviously, you're going to need all the cooling. We had to put the belts were ground off, so we put brand new belts on here, so that way the car will run and drive. Everything else seems to work. The fuse block did take a pretty good lick, as you can see. We had to repair some of the wiring back here so the car again would run and drive. We've got just kind of the wire harness for everything all zip tied up right now. You can see here there was some wiring done. These wires don't go to anything, so you don't need to do anything with those wires whatsoever. They're just dead wires that don't go to nothing. Down here on the engine cradle, you can see both sides of the engine cradle look perfect. Here's the tranny cooler. Tranny cooler looks fine. Looking up here, up underneath the front of the car. As far as I can tell, all your front suspension, actually all the suspension on the car all the way around looks pretty good. I don't see any damage whatsoever to any of the suspension. So to kind of do a walk around, you can see the tires here. I would say they're probably about 80%. A couple scuffs here on the rim. Let's see, that'll buff out there, that little mark on the door. You do have an owner's manual. Of course, the curtain airbags did deploy, and the dash airbag deployed. Or I'm sorry, the driver wheel airbag. The dash airbag did not deploy. Moonroof. Back tire here again. A couple scuffs on the rim. Nothing major. Could be touched up. Back tire looks pretty good. A little bit of a dot right there. Little chip right here. We already did the tear down on the car. You can see there's a lot of parts back here. The front brake ducts, all the fasteners, front bumper absorber, the bumper cover trim. The fog light bezels are good yet. Of course, the engine base seal, washer nozzles. So all those parts there are still good on the car. Again here, a couple little nicks there on the rim. This rim here, there's a couple little nicks right there. Apologize for all the wind, it's extremely cold today. You can see it does start. Highest possible. Service airbags, obviously that looks like we got a low tire, hood open, park block assists. headlights, service traction control. And a lot of that stuff is pretty simple to fix. You know, obviously it's just the wiring up front that's not connected, so that's why the headlights aren't working. Starts just fine. It does run and drive. Obviously here, you put it in reverse, you can see us. Sounds great, runs good. Of course, this is going to have the paddle shifters back here. This does have the suede leather steering wheel and the suede leather shifter. We do have a moonroof up here. That opens up just fine. Again, the backup camera. Let's see how that works as I turn the car. Power telescopic steering wheel. Up and down. Oh, current mileage on the car, 34,969 miles. So just about 35,000 miles are on this car. Of course, everything in here is obviously going to work. Your radio works. Of course, the AC is obviously not working since the cooling's out of it. That's pretty much it. You know, the windows do go up and down, as you can see. They go up and down just fine. If you have any questions, as always, feel free to email us.